Hello and welcome to the University of Law. In today's video we are reviewing Into the Stars, which is the second box set in the second season of the Ninth Doctor Adventures, a big finish. So as you can see immediately, we've got the Centauran, we've got Jack Frost, and we've got the Ninth Doctor and the TARDIS. So I was a child of the Russell T Davies era. And I just love the Ninth Doctor. He was my first Doctor I remember. Let's have a look on the spine. We've got a host of characters on the spine and Into the Stars. I keep thinking it's the third box set of the second season, but I think that because it's the third box set of the year, but we had to wrap up series 1 first. It was a wonderful closure. So I haven't unboxed this yet, so I'll be doing that with you now and going through my thoughts of these stories as we go through. Now, unlike most of the box sets now, the Ninth Doctor Adventures and many of the 10th actually have individual cases for each story. Now, as it stands at the moment, I am having trouble getting the discs out, but I will get there. But it is obviously, as I mentioned, my first time opening it, so I will get there, but I'll talk you through it. So so far we've had a series which kind of focused on the Cybermen, that first initial series of Ninth Doctor Adventures, yeah, it didn't seem to have a direction at the start, but as we kind of went through, it's clear in hindsight that there was a direction that the series was going in. I've got it open. And again, this doesn't seem to be going anywhere at the moment. They seem to just be having fun with it, and rightly so. But it'd be interesting to see if there is a focus for it in the end. So let's have a look. So let's start. So this is the last story. So let's go back. So the first one, Into the Stars, Salvation 9. So as you can see, this has got the brilliant Dan Starkey playing the Sontarans, and it's nice to see the Ninth Doctor finally faced them. I know Chris Eccleston did mention when the show was relaunched in 2005 that he remembered them, and it's great to see him finally being able to face them. So we've got this lovely artwork on the front, photographic artwork, which is my favourite. On the back with the 2005 logo. Lovely picture of Chris Eccleston inside, and some credits and thanks in there as well. Yeah, this story I love because it's a really original Centauran story, and it introduces some really interesting lore actually. I'm sure you won't mind me mentioning it is a spoiler. That's volume 1 and 2 that you can order now. Of the first series. Yeah, I'm sure you won't mind me mentioning, but we learn about how it works in terms of Centauran woman. We've met all Centauran men. It turns out that Centaurans are actually both, and as they get older they become more female, which is a really interesting concept. So they're kind of born male and become female, so that's a really interesting concept, but most of them die in battle, which is why we don't see them ever age. So that's a really interesting concept. So it's nice when they do something a little bit new with these old characters. Then we got Into the Stars, which is a really interesting story. It's one of those nice sort of middle releases where they're not launched the box set, they're not having to be a big climax to the box set. They can kind of just give you a bit of fun, and this is fun. I mean, this was laugh out loud funny in places, and and what was great was obviously Chris Eccleston. He clearly had that sparkle to be able to do comedy when he did the show in 2005, but the show got quite dark, I think, from about Father's Day onwards. And here he is with Maureen O'Brien, who obviously played Vicky with the first Doctor, but playing a new character here. There they are, photograph. Yeah, he obviously had the ability to, he had that shine, but because it got darker, he wasn't always able to do that. So it's nice to be able to just let him show his, flex his muscles as an actor, really. Here we've got the last two volumes of Series 1 of the Night Doctor both featuring the Cybermen. We've got a wonderful redesign for the Cybermen there, and the Mondasian with the Brigadier there. So yeah, they were really great box sets. It, you know, when you get a new Doctor Big Finish, obviously, you know, the writers have to reintroduce that audience to this new, more to this character again, and Big Finish always tend to, they take their time, they get you established, they get you re-familiarised with these characters, and then they launch into the really fun stuff. They did it with David Tennant and Chris Eccleston. They did that, you know, from the second the Brigadier was coming. We just kind of knew that they were going to be doing some fun stuff. So we have that one there. And the final one of the box set, Break the Ice. It's billed very much as a Christmas story. It does feel like it could have been made back in the day, and again, lovely cover art. It's just nice seeing the Night Doctor in space, really. When you have the whole series Earthbound, there he is with the rest of the cast. But you know, it's obviously it takes it's very similar to in Doom Coalition. There was a story set in Salzburg. It was about the Krampus, and it evoked that for me very much. It took kind of a you know, winter mythology and did something very Doctor Who-ish with it. So you know, really enjoyed this, and you know, it was a nice story to finish the box set off. And if we open the set up, we've got our advert for the first volume of Series 2. We've got our bonus disc with our documentary on as well. So yeah, one of the only ranges that still does that, because to be fair, you can use less discs and less plastic, and you know, split them between the releases. But it is nice to get these traditional Big Finish box sets. So I'm gonna slot that back in here. There we go. So that's my first time viewing this box set physically. And yeah, no, it is nostalgic with Big Finish to get these, you know, classic slipcover with the individual releases inside. However, for the environment, for you know, saving money on their production, and also for saving us shelf space, I do really back the new slimmer ones, such as this Sixth Doctor one that's that bit slimmer. So you get that bit more on your shelf. And you're also helping the environment because you're taking less space up on the delivery vans. You're taking, you know, less to manufacture. So yeah, no, in every respect, the new ones are better all round. However, there's something nice and nostalgic about having them as they were back in the heyday of the early 2010s when the box sets started being made. But you know, definitely recommend this. You don't need to have listened to any of the other Ninth Doctor releases, so you can just buy this and jump in. And if you like Sontarans, if you love the Ninth Doctor, then just bite the bullet and go for it. As always, thanks for watching, and remember to tune in when we'll speak later with more reviews, recaps, and roundups, I should say. Thanks again.